She's been very, very supportive. My wife is like super supportive in pretty much everything Freemasonry.
Well, obviously you didn't find much, but did you find any conflict, or did the church have any conflict with you being a Freemason and attending church?
I'd like to add that you're explaining how Grotto has deep Yorkite ties. It's probably my favorite paper of yours.
The views expressed in this presentation are those of the host and guests and do not represent the views of any lodge, Grand Lodge, appended body, or any other person or persons whomsoever.
Brethren, we are at refreshment.
Yeah, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. You know, it kind of sucks that we don't get your countdown. Maybe we should just have it anyways for the hell of it.
We could record it. 5, 4, 3.
Wayne's World, party time. Excellent.
Woo, woo, woo. All right, everyone. Welcome to the At Refreshment Masonic video podcast. Once again, I'm your host, Wesley Reuter, and I'm here with, who do I got today? Well, sound off, guys.
Hi, I'm the Maxa, Villa Park Lodge, Worshipful Master.
Really know how to blow an entrance, don't you?
Have a great day, guys.
Oh, jeez. Cavs, Knights of Tyre, Widow Sons.
Marty
Quillis, Yorkite all night, baby. Woo!
And we have a very special guest for you today. You probably recognize him because, every time I see him on social media, he's always wearing that beautiful fez of his representing the Grotto. Let's hear it for himself. Frank Sforza. Well, I screwed your name up. Please say it right for me.
Good afternoon.
Zorba.
Zordon.
So, Frank, tell us, where are you from? Where are you broadcasting from or streaming
from?
My
name is Frank Sforza. I grew up in Lindenhurst, Long Island, New York. I currently live in Massapequa Park, Long Island, New York, which is just 5 minutes down the road from where I grew up. I'm a past master of South Shore Long Beach Lodge in Rockville Center, New York, also in Nassau County. I'm currently, South Shore Long Beach Lodge merged into Spartan Lodge 956. I'm also a past master of Lynbrook Massapequa Lodge 822, also in Rockville Center, New York.
Nice. Beautiful. Nice. Beautiful. He's a Long Islander.
I like it. How long have you been a Mason?
Just over 10 years, I think it's 11 years in November. 11 years a Master Mason in November. This is February's 11 years. February 12th is 11 years, my apprentice degree. February 12th. I missed it. I should have celebrated.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Congratulations, man.
I missed my 12th birthday.
Yeah.
My 11th birthday, I'm sorry.
That's all right. A couple more years, you'll get the 15-year pin. Or do you do that in New York?
Yeah, absolutely. Every 5 years, you get a pin.
Okay.
After a while, it goes to 10s, and then guys stop coming around, and then they get 25-year aprons and 50 and so on, and then they forget about you.
Yeah, they come on out for a $5 pin and expecting a $50 steak, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. You deserve it after all these years. Well, Frank, we see you on social media a lot. So, guess I'm going to ask because you said you were on a couple podcasts. Let's start there. What podcasts have you been on?
Let's see. I just did, what was the name of the one I just did? Old Fashioned Masonic podcast. Okay. We just recorded with them a few weeks back. I can't remember all their names. There's a few of them.
That's all right.
Fourth Part of a Circle podcast.
I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
No,
they're small. They're here on the line and some other one. Masonic something or other. I'm sorry, I don't remember. I apologize. Yeah, look, you got to Google it. So I think it's on YouTube somewhere. And Jonathan, what's his name? My buddy Jonathan's got one, and I can't. Maldo's Magic podcast. Sorry, John.
Didn't mean to put you on the spot. You want to re-record it?
If I would have wrote that down, it would have sounded a little better.
So, okay, are you in the Grand Line for Grotto?
Oh, well, technically, in a way, kinda. I mean, I'm not in a. The elected Grand Line wear the silver tassels. I'm still a purple tassel, so I'm what they call an appointed Grand Line member. The Grand Historian is really just a fancy title for the person who's in charge of the Grand Historian Committee, but it's a one-person committee, and it's a title where they give you almost honorarily, but you make it what it is. Like I made the position what it is essentially. You write 3 papers a year and they get published. How many people get to write an article in the Grand I'm sorry, the Grottoes International magazine? There's only 3 people: the Grand Monarch, the First Lady, and myself. I think that's an honor to be able to do that. So I take it very, very seriously. I also go as much as I can to speak at lodges and grottos and wherever they'll have me and talk about grotto, or I'll speak to your Masonic body about some Masonic topic if you ask. I've written over 70 papers on any Masonic subject. I consider myself a bit of a historian because I've done a ton of research over the years. A little bit of a Masonic nerd in that way.
I'd like to
You get
add that
along
you're
with us great.
explaining how Grotto has deep Yorkite ties. It's probably my favorite paper of yours that I have read, and I'm also looking forward to publish it in the Illinois Grand Chapter newsletter when our education committee inevitably drops the ball 1 month on a paper. It's really good stuff.
I love that. I wish there was more evidence so that we could really, really kind of tie up the loose ends on it. I'm going by what W.C. Eaton is saying when he's talking about Grotto being a super secretive order. He really wanted Grotto to be secret. He wanted us to be almost like the most secret of the fraternal orders in the Masonic world, and he wanted the Mokana to be the veil of what we were talking about. And say he was making correlations between the Royal Arch degree and and our culture, our Grotto culture. Yeah.
It's a cool paper, and I fully believe in it. So
I'm sorry, say that again.
It's just a really cool paper, and I know, most of our topics that are slightly esoteric, we got to connect the strings ourselves and bring it together. But I really do think everything you presented, even if you learned it from W.C. Eaton, it's hard for me to say I take it as fact because I know there's some speculation, but I truly believe in the paper, and I truly believe in what you presented and how Grotto and Yorkite should be propping each other up.
100%. If you look at the way Scottish Rite and the Shrine kind of teamed up in recent years, there's absolutely no reason the Yorkite, the way they team up when we look at the Yorkite College, this is the same exact thing. They could absolutely be teaming up with us, and we could take over the world. We're wearing the same colors.
I always say that too. Because if you go from regular prophet to monarch to silver tassel to gold, it's basically just the progression of the
Mark, let me interrupt you. Knights Templar is black and white lodge, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's silver. Okay. Red is red. That's Royal Arch. And purple is cryptic.
Yep.
Sorry. We ran out. And then your gold is your pinnacle of Freemasonry. I've made it to have the highest level of consciousness. I'm the grand.
Yeah.
We're all gold at that point. The grand line.
Yeah, gold and white gold being the purest. That's how I've always looked at it. And white gold going to have a silver look, but it's not going to tarnish. I mean, maybe I'm reaching too far.
So I think there were secrets. I think that with Grotto, there's a lot more that we kind of just look away from than more to meets the eye. We've kind of made it something that it wasn't, but it's okay because we love it and we keep it and we're all having a wonderful time with it. But there's more to it. We could celebrate it.
So historically, what is the first grotto?
The first grotto?
Yes.
Druid Grotto will be the first one. Druid Grotto number 1.
Where are they
That was in Hamilton, New York. It came out of Hamilton Lodge number 120 in Hamilton, New York. Nowhere near me. All the way up north in western northern New York, almost Canada. And I'm all the way on Long Island, all the way down south, as far south as you can go. But Druid Grotto then became Mokana Grotto, and Mark is now a member.
Yep.
Once you become a member of the Grand Line, you are now a member of the. Once you become a member of the elected Grand Line, you are a member of Mokana Grotto. So if everything falls apart tomorrow and the Supreme Council, everybody in Grotto disappears, and it'll all fold back into one grotto, Mokana Grotto #1, and then they can just rebuild from there. It's the way it's set up. It's set up like in a genius organization. The Supreme Council came out of one grotto, and it's designed to fold back into one grotto.
That's smart.
So Frank, let's go back to the beginning. What got you into Freemasonry?
Oh man, I've always had an attraction to Freemasonry in a way. It's more of comes from my spiritual path. I grew up as a Pentecostal Christian, and grew up in the church. Very, very involved in my church. I was a Royal Ranger. I had a lot of structure in my life. Royal Ranger is like a Christian scouting organization. If you guys have that in Chicago.
I don't know if we have the Rangers and we have scouting, but
Yeah. Well, okay, it's like a Christian scouting organization. So I was very involved in it. And anyway, I was always seeking more. I kind of like always wanted to delve into the Bible, and I was always just looking into more things. I even looked at becoming a priest at one point. I wanted to go. I was thinking about going into seminary, and things didn't always like go in exactly that path. Life always changes, goes in different directions. But I remember at a young age pointing at a Masonic building, which I now know to be Babylon Lodge in Babylon, New York, while I was at a park, and asking my mom what that was at that building. And she just told me it was like, oh, that was another VFW or another like AMVETS or another like one of those like fraternal order buildings. And I said, oh, okay, like I just took it as anything else. And I didn't really give it another look. I saw the same symbol on the back of one of my older cousins who I looked up to's cars. And I was like, oh, so I asked him about about what it was. And then I kind of got some information about what Freemasonry was, and it kind of aligned with what I was looking for in my life, kind of a spiritual path without a dogma to my religion. And so, lacking like positive male role models in my life and like needing that spiritual guidance, I kind of thought that Freemasonry would be a good place for me. So the opportunity then presented itself as the universe does. That's just the way the universe works. So my wife and I were maybe married for a couple of years, and I went to a dinner party with some of my wife's stepmother's family. And so we're at this round table, and my wife's mother-in-law is getting an award from her temple. And so the guy sitting across from me at this table, this gentleman, Lee Paulette, Lee is wearing a square and compass on his collar. And I got perfect opportunity for me to ask a Mason, right? So I ask him, he introduces me, long story short, that's how I got involved. Check this out. That Lee, that guy, he was the wrong Lee. They invited him to the party. He was the wrong guy. He wasn't supposed to be there. They invited the wrong Lee. It was supposed to be a family friend. They ended up inviting the wrong Lee. They invited their neighbor Lee. Can you believe that? So that guy was put there by divine providence so that I could be the grand historian of Grottoes International. You like that?
I love it.
That was funny.
Now, the question I have for you, Frank, is have you found that spiritual guidance that you were seeking when you first joined?
Somewhat, absolutely. I would say I definitely had an opportunity to pursue my own religion and to my own pace. I learned a lot more about that, as Pike would say, as Pike would be, like when he studied multiple religions. I was able to kind of like go into my own and delve deeper to kind of like what I believe, and what I was able to kind of like compare what I believed and what I was being taught over the years to kind of like put the own pieces together for myself and see what I want to believe, see what I want to teach my children. That's all.
Okay.
And with your, how do I word this? So with your faith, you said Pentecostal, right?
I was Pentecostal. We Danielle and I took the kids to a non-denominational Christian church from when we got married in what was that, 09 till just recently, and we've been going to actually a Episcopalian church for the past year or so. We really like it there.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with either of those sects in Christianity. Did you find any? Well, obviously you didn't find much, but did you find any conflict, or did the church have any conflict with you being a Freemason and attending church?
No. In the non-denominational Christian church, the pastor once told me that I had to be careful with like doing yoga, and so I was like, that's kind of weird. You know,
Was he worried
I was
about
like,
your spine or your
it's like he was okay
or
with like everything else, but he's like, "Oh, when you're doing the yoga, just don't do the chants." And I was like, okay, I think we're gonna be all right.
you're like,
I think it's gonna be okay.
That is the
But
best.
even my
Anyone gets
I
worked
recently had a nice long discussion with my Episcopalian priest about this, and he tells me the church has no view, like not like the Catholic Church. They don't have like a. It's really a church of one, come all. We're more about people and bringing people into the church and being a church for the people. And that really resonated with me, kind of like touched my heart.
Good.
My wife grew up in the Catholic Church, so we have like a lot to compare and contrast when we're teaching our children and making them people of God.
And when you first joined Freemasonry, were you married?
Yes.
How did your wife first take it?
Let's see. How did she first take it? How was that day? I think she liked the idea that I was interested in something, and she wanted to get me out of the house a little bit. Um, she kind of like let me go. She's been very, very supportive. My wife is like super supportive in pretty much everything Freemasonry with me. She goes to a lot of our grotto events. Um,
And
she
that's kind
doesn't
of
like things.
necessary.
She doesn't like it when like things interrupt with the family. And like I don't like it either, but we do our best to make sure that we can take care of the family first. So I would think that I think on that she didn't have much issue with me getting out of the house. I was pretty much able. I didn't miss a meeting for the first like few years.
I think it took me a couple it took me a couple years to realize like, hey, I could miss one meeting. It doesn't have to be every time. I know that I felt lost. I missed that brotherhood when I missed it, but the first meeting I missed, I think I was like, man, I can't miss. I gotta go. I gotta go. And my wife's like, why? What's going on? I was like, I don't I don't really know. It's the same reason I got into Masonry. Is my wife, we w- my buddy Chris has been a Mason a little longer than I have, and he kept like, hey man, you'd make a great Mason. I'm not gonna push you, but I think it'd be a great idea. And we talked about it one night, and I was like, I'm not really, I don't really have the time. I'm not sure. And we got in the car, and my wife's like, why not? What are you really doing that you're keep skipping out on this? I'm like, I don't have an answer. I don't really have a good answer for that. So I know having a supportive wife has been definitely helpful
It's
uh,
huge.
in Freemasonry.
It's
That's
huge.
for sure.
Yeah, like one of my I'll give you a little secret. I'm writing a paper that's going to be published one of these days. It's going to be women in Freemasonry, but like women about like how about they support us in Grotto, how they kind of like come around. Not so much about Daughters of Morcana and Eastern Star, but about like how our first ladies, about like the first lady of a certain organization, president's wife, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. You were saying, Marty?
Oh no, it's interesting how kind of Cass might have nudged you a little bit because Yoshi, who is also sometimes on this show, sometimes not on this show, he I was trying to get him in and he wouldn't do it, and his wife was pretty much had to give him like, all right, why don't you stop crying and go do something kind of vibe, which it's just funny. I wonder how many guys were on the fringe and a very loving, supportive woman was like, dude, you should go check this out. Because I hear this story, it's not an uncommon story to hear, and Frank's wife's amazing, and so I'm glad she got him out of the house. We now have Frank, and we have the two of them in our amazing Grotto family. It's just a really good thing.
I can't tell if he's still talking.
No,
Ah,
I'm
yeah,
not.
He's
we
skipping
can-
around. Yeah, overall, I think Cass being supportive of my Masonic journey reassures me that when the time comes, like push comes to shove, like I'm not going to have a moment to like if I have to set aside something to support her, like I'm not going to say like the brothers won't understand. All of the brothers understand. Hey, family comes first. We all have a family. We all have to be there for each other. And sometimes knowing what's going on with the other guys' families also leads to, hey, what's going on? Is there something we could help with? Maybe, they need a night out and they need somebody to babysit. I'd jump in and babysit for G if, Mark and Amanda needed to get a night out. I'd come,
You heard him, Mark.
Yeah, I'd come, help Wes with his weed, if I needed to.
That's a
But it's just
lie.
no, I wouldn't. Overall, it's just, having that brotherhood has meant also like having the families also involved. Having another family, like we have more I have more friends' families that I'm closer to than my own family. So like if everyone's getting together, like I look forward to getting together with everybody.
It's
And
another
it's
reason I love Grotto.
yeah, and growing in Grotto has really helped step up that other side of like families all coming together because you get to know everybody's family on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it is by you, but like even here, the Grotto is the most family-oriented organization. It's just like our events; they're just almost all family events. Even our shrine, like the guys come out, and it's all yeah, it's great. The guys come out, but unless we're having like some kind of a real party, the families aren't there.
True story. Yeah, I mean we try and with our Blue Lodges we try and get more family events,
We do have
on the
Blue Lodge
outside.
family events. That's true.
Yeah, but like in general, of all the appendant bodies, I think Grotto's the most family
Sir,
forgiving
sir,
that I've come across.
sir.
Yeah, but I guess our ladies were there so much. It's like, why not start a Daughters of Mokana, right?
Yeah, that happened.
So
That did happen.
we have a lot of active ladies when we're there for Grotto. And it's so funny because you're right. We do have a lot of Blue Lodge events, and you see them there too. Oh, it goes around. It's a good thing. So speaking of which, I was going to lead me into this next question. Is your wife active in Grotto somehow with you?
Oh yeah, constantly. She's always with me. She comes to every ESGA. She comes to every Supreme Council session. She's been to almost as many as me, and she like when we have like our local grotto events. She comes to usually she comes to Liar Grotto if we have like one of the grottos that are here, like the grotto that I started here on Long Island, Liar Grotto. She doesn't normally go with me to a zine when I go to a zine. Um, we've gone to Datum Grotto in Babylon once or twice. We've never gone to New Jersey grottos together, but I'm sure she'll travel with me eventually. Certainly when we get into the Grand Line and we start moving around.
Yeah, doing the travel.
Do you have plans to get in the Grand Line?
Oh yeah, absolutely. In 2 years, I'm going to be running for the bottom of the line. I'm going to when the Supreme Council session is in Niagara Falls, I'm going to run for Grand Captain of the Guard.
Any hints or tips there, Grand Captain of the Guard Victoria?
Just travel a lot, and obviously, biggest X factor that nobody like ever really talks about is your lady. She
Oh
can really make or break your campaign.
man, you have no idea, Mark. I'll tell you a story. I don't. You may already know the story. At the last Supreme Council session in Worthington, Ohio, I just came out of the Supreme Council District Deputies training session. And I'm standing there, and we're having a good time. We're all talking, and I'm waiting to like go to the next thing. And around the corner comes Danielle walking with all of the Supreme Council line ladies. And she's walking with them like she's one of them. And she walks
Yep.
past me like I'm nobody, like I'm nothing. She's just like, have a good
Hi.
time.
Okay.
Doesn't even like acknowledge that I exist. And I was just like, what is happening here? I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I think we're going to be
It-
okay on that end. I really do.
It's a
She has
vision
plenty
of your
friends.
future.
I think, honestly, can I tell you, I'll be honest, I'll be blunt. The Grotto would not be the first organization where they like Danielle more than me.
Yeah.
My family's that way, so I
Hey,
I get it, man.
My name is Frank. My name is Frank. Frank means one that tells the truth.
hey, there
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
Like Mark said, ladies can't hurt. Only can help you rise to the top. Whether kicking
Yeah.
your ass up there or throwing you up there,
The
right?
cream always rises to the top, brother.
So correct. He's so correct.
Oh man.
All right, Frank. So
I love professional wrestling. And all the more
What?
yeah, I saw.
I think it's a requirement for Grotto.
Oh
No,
God.
I think so. It is. I think it is. So going back a little bit, you said okay, you joined Freemasonry. What got you to the Grotto, and secondly, what made you focus like pretty much almost all your energies into the grotto. Because I mean, I've seen you in chapter, York Rite and all that stuff, but it's like it seems like you're really, really like focusing most of your energy for the grotto.
Well, I'm focusing most of my energy on the grotto, mostly because like the titles kind of came up with the grotto first. When the responsibility of being told you're a Supreme Council District Deputy and then like opening a grotto, like these responsibilities came up. Somebody had to step up in my area to make this happen, and it kind of I wouldn't say like fell on me as much as it fell into my lap, and I decided to take the ball
It
and run with it.
it
Yeah.
gravitated towards you.
Yeah, we needed somebody on Long Island to kind of like bring Grotto back to Long Island, and I was more than willing to be that guy. I have the energy. I had I had the energy and the time. There was an opportunity to be a what they call an assistant grand lecturer here on Long Island, which is a Blue Lodge role where you're in charge of the ritual. And there was 2 years ago they decided to go with me and one other candidate, and they chose the other candidate. And so that was right around the same time where things were kind of like picking up with Grotto. And I was like, okay, well, like if that's not the case, I'm going to go in this direction. And so this is kind of the way I just kind of took the ball and ran with it with the Grand Historian title. And I said, okay, we're going to make Grotto. We're going to do this. I want to
Yeah.
expand in New Jersey. I want to make sure that we get our face out there. And I'm not just the guy who wants to keep opening new grottos. I don't want to just open new grottos. I do want to open new grottos, but I also want to recognize where an opportunity is to see where old grottos are that can be reestablished. Does that make
Sure.
sense?
Yeah.
There are grottos in cities or small towns where like lodges are now established where grottos used to be. We have a whole list of them, hundreds of grottos that
Mhm.
used to be where lodges have now been reestablished that grotto could revisit. One perfect example is Anar Grotto in Auburn. I was there just a few months ago. That's just one example. There's so many in New York and New Jersey we could touch.
I like it.
Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I
actually,
bet.
the first
Oh,
one
I
is
did. I
more
didn't
of
even answer your question, Mark. I'm so
the
sorry.
the first one. What made you join the grotto?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I apologize for that.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
The guys from South Shore Long Beach Lodge, my mother lodge, Bill Fody, and some other great guys who are like part of our grotto now. They kind of like invited me down to like something that felt like a really cool party, like at a zine. And so like when I went down there, I was like, oh, this is great. This was like a really good time. It was at the Grand Lodge in New York City, and I was like rubbing elbows with like Grand Master, and it just felt like a really good time. And they asked me if I wanted to join, and I said, I think I would. I think I will. So I filled out a petition, and they kind of put me right in, and they gave me a fez like that night, and I was in. They kind of like went off to the races after that. I didn't miss a meeting with the Zine, and then one day Victor Mann asked me if I would open a grotto on Long Island, and I said, yeah, I think that's something I could do. I put together the Avengers and created a grotto on Long Island.
Can't say no to Victor Mann, right?
I do not say no to Victor Mann.
So Marty just texted. He's having a problem with his phone.
I
So
feel bad.
sorry about that. For whatever reason, his phone keeps
I
overheating.
couldn't really
He
understand what he was
keeps-
saying. Not nearly as close as you guys. You guys sound all clear. He was like all mumbled.
Yeah, Marty's been having issues either with signal or with his phone overheating. We're trying to work it out, but
Yeah, so I apologize to you and the audience. This isn't the first time that he's dropped off like that, but unfortunately, there's nothing we can do if things are just going to keep crashing on his end. So,
well,
sorry
we'll just
about
keep
that.
going, and that's that.
Hey, if you want to have me on again someday, please just let me know. I'd love to be on.
I
I'd love
think
to hang out.
having you on when you're running for Grand Captain of the Guard would be great.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely have you back for that. But
You know,
okay, you were talking about.
We had it from Mark. I guess we could also have
There
it
is
for
like
you.
I could talk about a lot of things. I have like there's
Oh,
lots
no,
to go.
we're
There's a
not-
lot to talk about.
No, we're not done yet. So you said that you want to work on establishing grottos that already exist. So, in your opinion, if a grotto is going to start, why should they start?
Okay, so I think that grottos fit a need in a district or a certain like area that possibly it can't be given, that a Blue Lodge might not give that function, or a certain Masonic area might not give that function. In a certain case, maybe a lodge doesn't have like the opportunity to have I don't know, some kind of a unit some group of guys might want. And Grotto may be the perfect opportunity for them to have that function, such as, I don't know,
Wearing kilts,
a poker group or a clown unit or anything. And literally, Grotto is that incredible body that can almost do anything. And just a wonderful opportunity for fun and fellowship. You know, you can't really just bypass that. There's really nothing like it.
And well, I don't know how things are over there, but here some grottos meet in restaurants, not
Oh, yeah.
just in a lodge.
Oh, yeah, we
So
meet everywhere.
would you prefer that lodge to go, or that grotto to go to lodge, or try a different environment?
I love the idea that grottos have essentially meetings / events every month, according to their bylaws, of course. And let's say they're meeting in a restaurant that month. I would rather you not even like worry about doing an opening and closing, and just have your great event that month, and just have it be that event. Get on social media, blast it out there, get people out there, get them invited, have your event, and just have that be the event that month. And just in your minutes, that's your event was there, and that'd be taken care of. That's what I'd rather you have done, instead of worried about you going through some ritual for some reason just so you could say you did it. My opinion.
No, I mean it goes pretty much on the on the fellowship part of Grotto, and it's something, as you said earlier, where it really fills in what sometimes Blue Lodge lacks.
That's it. That's it. And that's how it started. Honestly, that goes back to the actual founding. The actual founding and the reason for Grotto was that Blue Lodge is supposed to be serious. It's supposed to be solemn. It's supposed to be a place of symbolic reflection and spirituality, where men can meet on the level and just be there in the presence of God. And honestly, go through those 3 beautiful degrees and just, come on, it's Freemasonry. It's a powerful, powerful spiritual path. And Grotto is a fun fellowship organization. We're doing something a little bit different. So I just think that
There's nothing wrong with doing something different.
this is a place where we're going to be out there. We want to be able to out there and express ourselves and be able to have a good time and fun and frolic and fellowship and be with each other and play practical jokes and then drink a beer and get crazy, get wild, have a
You
push-up
mentioned
contest,
drinking.
my shirt off.
You mentioned drinking a beer. Have you ever had Malort?
Say again?
Have you ever had Malort?
I don't think I have.
You know what? Come out to Chicago. We'll get you some.
Yeah, you guys should have flown me out. You guys should have flown me out for the podcast. We won't have to worry about the microphone, the camera.
Yeah, I my couch doesn't hold that much change because, well, I don't have a couch. So.
I should have just flew out. I should have just surprised you.
Oh, yeah, we
I should
need
have just knocked on the door.
well,
You
if
should.
if you want to do that,
You're
yeah,
more than
we
welcome.
can. We can set up the in-person scenery and everything, the regular podcast, the original way.
The
Yeah,
original.
I remember.
So yeah, we can always do that. It just depends on who's available. So
We got
that's
like a
all.
big storm over here. The snow's
do
coming
ya?
down.
No.
Snow? You got snow right now?
Yeah, a lot of snow. We got like a blizzard coming through.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
jeez.
Yeah,
Jeez,
keep that over
we got
there.
like a light dusting.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Yeah, we got like 2 feet of snow coming.
No.
Yeah, we had a
No,
dusting.
we got like an inch or 2.
and,
Robert Glace is weather came over here.
Yeah, I was gonna say send it back up to Glacy.
Yeah.
So, oh shoot, no, I forgot what I was going. I don't know. It was like no, never mind.
What else you got
All
for
right.
me?
So, what do you do as a historian? Is it just papers, or is it just giving historical lectures? What is expected out of you from Grottoes International?
Not much. Not much. Grottoes Internationals, honestly, they don't expect anything from me. They asked me to do 3 papers a year and put 3 papers a year into the Grottoes International magazine. That's it. The rest of the role is something that I entirely made up. Go to lodges, talk about Grotto. Go to any Masonic body, talk about Grotto. Write papers, go online. I try to find items on eBay, and I try to look up the history on them, and if I can, I'll return them to either the family or the lodge or the grotto that they come from. I try to do my best with that. I just went up to Annar. I just went up to Auburn, and I brought back the Annar Grotto banner that I had gotten on Etsy. and I bought it on Etsy like a couple years back, and I posted it on Facebook. No one saw it, and I posted it again as a memory. And then a guy from that area like calls me, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely, I'll come up. And we're in the same like Grand Lodge committee, the Ritual Renaissance Committee. And so I came up and I gave a lecture at his council, and now they're interested in restarting their grotto. Like they're restarting their grotto in that area. It's been closed for 60 years. You know, that was so
Oh,
cool.
wow.
And I was able to
Nice.
contact Michaela at the office to get their old bylaws, so they have an example of what to go by. It's kind of it's a really interesting.
Nice.
So you're the person that I fight with when I start bidding on
Yeah,
stuff.
it's smart. It's always you. It's always you. I know. I try not to do that anymore. I try not to, like, when I see people bidding, I try to, like, and it goes back and forth, I try to, like, let it go now, because I don't want to, like,
Yeah, I know.
run the prices up on these things for no reason. If someone really wants something, I let it go. I have so much stuff. If you saw my basement, you'd be like, this is insane. We have enough to do a Grotto Museum.
Yeah, I have, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have 7 fezzes that are not mine. And so, yeah.
That's a good amount.
I know about I know getting about
Hey, Frank,
archives.
it sounds like the Grand Captain of the Guard wants to donate back to the Grottoes International.
Well, I mean, if you go there, Mark, I'm sure Mark's been there at the office. They have like endless of like artifacts.
Actually, surprisingly, I haven't been there. My
Oh, you haven't?
first time my first time will be our BOG meeting in April.
Oh,
So
okay, cool.
I'm actually excited to see.
Well, they got great stuff apparently. I haven't been there, but I've heard, and I can't wait to get there myself.
Yeah, I'll be sure to take pictures, do a live stream.
Nice. I got that in my truck. I have that sticker in my truck.
I love it.
So do you, as a historian for Grotto, and you being in New York, do you do anything with the Grand Lodge of New York historically as the historian or otherwise?
I am the historian of my Blue Lodge, Spartan Lodge 956, and all I'm responsible for with that lodge is there's like a bunch of displays in our lobby that have to be refreshed from time to time, and I just do that. That's really all my responsibility is. We just kind of like manage that out of our attic, and that's really all I'm responsible for is the historian of the lodge. I have given a bunch of lectures at the lodge. In that lodge in particular, I'm kind of more of a ritual director than I am a historian, but my title is historian.
A lodge historian. Might
Well,
introduce that in
I'm a
Develop
past
Park.
master, so they had to give me something to do, you know.
You couldn't just be a Tyler?
Well, I don't want to be outside the lodge. And there's already a tiler, you know. There's already a tiler. This guy Barry, he like kind of tiles for us. He's like the Tyler. He's like been there
Yeah.
forever, you know. And
Is
so,
he the guy on Facebook that does all those swords and all that other stuff?
oh, I don't know, maybe.
Oh, that's from St. Paul Lodge 500 in Springfield.
Oh, wow.
Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
Not a different guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he does swords. He does like different swords every time he does, and he just takes videos of him with like different swords tiling.
Oh, that's fun.
I think he did a lightsaber one time.
My favorite piece is my grotto sword. It took me so long to get a grotto sword.
Grotto sword.
Oh, you never saw it?
No.
I should run downstairs and
Bring
get
it
it for you.
out.
Yeah, go
Bring
get
it
it.
out.
By
Yeah.
all means.
You want me to get it?
Yeah.
Go
yeah.
for
it.
We got time.
All right.
Get it. We got plenty of time. All right, now that he's gone.
Yeah.
At least he's wearing pants.
So
Yeah, hey,
yeah.
I my foot hurts so bad, guys.
Take a pill.
I just did. Oh,
Have a beer with it.
no.
So it's not gout.
Fuck
It's not
those
gout.
warnings. They don't mean shit.
It's not gout. No, I'm already going to Texas Roadhouse for the mother-in-law's birthday tonight.
Ooh, nice.
So red meats. Yeah, they said it's not presenting as gout, so they're not convinced it is gout.
Red meat is not going to give you gout. I've been eating it straight for 2 years.
Oh, here we go. Here we
go.
All right, check this out. So this is a grotto sword.
Dude, look at the excitement on his face. I love it.
No, you have no idea.
Dude, I'd be excited too.
This is incredible.
Well, what did I do?
There we go.
There we go.
Stop pitting yourself.
Frank, say something.
Look at the
I
condition.
can't. Oh, wow.
Oh, now you. Hold
That's
on.
clean.
Can you see this? Can you see the number?
I'm trying to fix the layout. Hold on a second. What happened to
Let
him?
me see the number.
I think you pinned the wrong person.
It's number, what do you call that? Number 6?
Number 6.
Yeah, number 6. And if you can see over here, has the matching sheath. Number 6. Oh, you can't even see it. You can almost see it. So, like, I have the matching sword and sheath. A lot of times they got mixed up. You know, there's only so many grottos that had these, but these were ceremonial swords that these guys, they would march in their parades. Shriners had the same sword, but with a Shriner logo. So obviously, 3 million Shriners versus 10,000 grotto. There's quite a few more of the Shriner swords than these. But I got mine. And this one is in incredible condition.
How much did that cost you?
I think I spent $100 or so. A little over $100 on eBay on the I forget exactly how much it
Mark's
was.
over here like, he spent how much?
It wasn't a lot.
That's right. Hey, speaking of Mark, I found my old Masonic license plates today.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, where were they? Where the
And
hell
he's
did
gonna
they go?
give them to Frank.
No, well, I've got 2 of them. Mark, do you want one?
Frank, have you ever seen
Please.
Mark's license plate collection?
I have, yes.
It is immense.
Yeah, mine are 6134.
Actually, let me get one that actually could that's kind of related to Frank. So let me be back with you 1 second.
So, Frank, how long have you been the historian?
Since 2023.
Okay, and did you create that position, or was that created for you? So that was already there.
The immediate grand historian is Mark McCombs, past Grand Monarch Mark McCombs.
Okay.
And he was doing it for 15 years. Before him, it was Bernie Schwartz. Yeah.
Is there
And
anything you learned as a historian that really surprised you about Grotto?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Like, honestly, it's like you learn as you go. You don't get like handed a book of secrets. You know, it's not. Everybody, you know, people will send me messages and they'll say, "Oh, Frank, you're the grand historian," and they're like,
no,
you know,
I
"Oh,
mean
you're the
like history wise, not secret wise. I'm sorry, just like within the history of the Grotto. Like, oh, I didn't know that. That's surprising. That like kind of like that.
I mean, you know, you got great stories of like they get the presidents, you know, kind of like which presidents and which grottos they were from, and the stories of were they active, were they actually, who actually wore a fez, who was a part of their grotto. That's kind of cool. But you know, besides that, there's really nothing really like came out at me. I love seeing like the parades and you see thousands of members. There is one really impressive factoid I can tell you about before like transportation. That was really cool. Like, you remember these Supreme Council sessions? They've been happening annually for many, many years. Obviously, you know, we're an old organization, right? So now think about this. Not everybody had a car, right? Right.
Right.
We traveled differently years ago. Everybody traveled by train. So years ago, people traveled by train, and so like the session would be in one location, and the grottos would be in different cities, and the train would pull up to the station and it would stop and it would pick everybody up, and it was like a party in that station.
Oh wow!
It would be a party. You'd be picking up the next grotto. Do you understand? You'd be picking up the next group of guys.
You're picking up the next participants in this party. Let's go. Keep it going.
So you would be like, and
cool.
it was almost like you were touring of that portion of the country on your way to this incredible event. So I kind of put myself in that picture, and I do have one. I'll bring it to the next Supreme Council session so you guys can check it out. I do have one catalog that they have pictures from, where they took pictures of each stop, but really, like, just to be back in those days when they had that, it's just so incredible. I wish I could be back then with that experience. No cell phones. Just
No, I know, right? Living in the
miss
moment.
no cell phones.
no Facebook Supreme Council group chat letting everybody know where's dinner.
No At Refreshment group chat of degeneracy.
Yeah. All right. So back to license plates here. So I'm a part of the Automobile License Plate Collectors Association, and they have like little subgroups, kind of like the Grotto associations, you know, like Midwest, Illinois State, blah blah blah. So there's Mid American, Silver State, which is like Nevada, Rocky Mountain, Arizona, blah blah blah, and every place has like sometimes like do the special ones. So there's a Long Island region. So I actually have this one.
Massapequa.
Oh, nice.
Oh, get out of here!
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So they had it. They had it last year, and I guess in your hometown.
Cool. And they
Very nice.
just they'll put your whatever you want on it right there.
Yeah. Yeah. So just mine's just obviously my initials and my lucky number.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, actually, Frank, I remember actually seeing something where it was the Grand Alchemist. Do you know anything about that?
So the Grand Alchemist is like the junior warden. the guy
The
who's
bartender?
responsible for like making sure that like refreshment was taken care of for the group for the peoples, getting everybody ready, getting the refreshments were prepared.
The bartender.
An apothecary, basically.
Making sure that
An
people were
apothecary.
well taken care of.
I love
So
it.
that's all it is. It's just the rename of not master ceremonies. I can't even think of who would be our
I don't know the equivalent, unfortunately.
That would be, I believe, the master of
yeah,
ceremonies.
it'd be master ceremonies.
Or
Yeah,
the,
it'd be
or the
master
grand
ceremonies.
orator, but we don't use a grand orator.
No. The grand orator existed originally.
No, I mean we
But so did the master of ceremonies.
Well, I'd say grand orator at least for during Supreme, he actually kind of stands up into the podium when the Grand Monarch's receiving his gifts. So I think that's when I actually really see him be Grand Orator.
Okay. Yeah, I don't recall if our Grand Lodge has one. I know I was Pat Robbins back in, what year was that? 20? Shit.
I think 21 actually. That's when I first started becoming a district deputy.
I'll take your word for it. Getting
Takes care of
old.
refreshment, essentially.
Getting old doesn't help when you're drinking.
I have not been in a grand line or a grand institution. I'm a simple, humble, worshipful master of a lodge.
Oh, wait till Marty. Wait till Marty gets in. When Marty
that's probably the best position in Masonry is worshipful master. Is kind of just to stay there and just kind of like enjoy that.
I've been enjoying. We've got a lot of good plans for the year. That's all I care is that I leave the unit or my lodge better than I got it, and then we can just thrive and succeed and keep going. If we can get some new guys and we can push them towards Grotto Crew,
So what year did you say you were going to run, Frank?
It would be 2028.
2028.
Niagara Falls.
Okay.
So next year is Houston, Texas. The year after that is Niagara Falls.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Been a while since I've been to Niagara Falls. Well,
Yeah,
I was on the Canadian side.
It'll be on the New York side.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I kind of figured that. That's pretty cool.
I don't know. I hear the Canadian side's better.
Hey, whatever.
Well, I don't know. See, when I went, I was sober, so might be a little different this time.
You just got to bring your driver's license. You can make it right across the border, no problem.
Is it still all you do that nowadays?
You have the real one. They have like something called a real driver's license.
Real ID.
Yeah, real ID.
Yeah, real ID.
And yeah, if you have that, they'll just kind of like let you pass. They just check you out.
Okay, that's not that bad.
It's not bad.
Not that bad.
Yeah, it's the inner and outer passwords though.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
When you run
you just let them know you know the Grand Alchemist.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to revive that actually for my year. I'm going to appoint somebody as Grand Alchemist.
Great idea. You should absolutely do that. It's a wonderful idea.
That's a great idea. Yeah, I agree. So when you run for Grand Captain of the Guard, do you have to give up the Grand Historian title?
Yeah.
When you run, not when you're elected.
Supreme Council District Deputy.
So just running or winning?
No, running.
Running. Oh wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going all in on it, man. I support it.
If you can't just say okay I'm giving this up, like hire me if I lose,
Well, question.
These guys already have their line, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Grand Historian. It is not an elected. It's not an elected position.
No, it's appointed. That's what I was saying. I'm an appointed member of the Grand Line. I'm like the bottom of the barrel of the Grand Line. I'm an appointed member.
Gotcha.
So is there like a grand historian book of all the things you did, kind of like in Game of Thrones when they're going through all the knights, like, oh, the grand
Yeah, my
historian wrote
Facebook
in
page.
this. There you go. There you go.
No, that's not. That's actually a great idea. I probably should have done something like that. It's actually a wonderful idea. I did not do that. No.
Okay. I
Oh, you still got time.
Yeah,
kind of
I
like
guess I could do something like that, but I have not done
kind of
that.
like when we sign the Bible when you become
No,
worshipful.
you're right. That's
I
actually a great idea. I really should have kept some kind of a record.
I mean, there's a, but well, I don't want
He
to.
shall be known as Sir Frank the Dapper.
I don't want to say the Bible's worn out, but at least us signing the Bible for everything we do, they kind of get mixed up.
Yeah.
In the bunch. Oh, another Bible. You see so many of them, and no one really looks at them. They're just
Well, Mark,
Bibles.
you're doing something kind of similar. You're doing the memoirs of the Grand Captain of the Guard.
Yeah. So there's 2 books I'm keeping. One is for me, for myself, just kind of writing notes of what I need to focus on, what I need to, like, tips and tricks as I, get up on the line. And then what I actually want to do, I have a second book where it's basically like, yeah, what Eric said is like kind of like memoirs from like the Grand Captain of the Guard, where I say, okay, these are the tips and tricks that worked for me. And I'm going to pass it down to whoever wins next year, and then hopefully, it kind of goes progressive. So it's like, who's ever the next Grand Captain of the Guard can actually see the notes and just see, okay, this worked for Mark, but not for blah blah blah, and vice versa. So it's something like because like when I ran, it was like more on like the mentorship program. So it's like, okay, any and all knowledge that I can pass on to my successor, and and beyond, I do it. I do it in a heartbeat.
I love that. Yeah, I love that because I could use all the tips I could get for sure. Like the same thing with when it comes to ESGA, the same exact thing. Like you join the line, the bottom of the line. 4 years later, you're the president of the association. You're like, how do I put a convention together? How do I do this? How do I do that?
Yeah.
You got 12 grottos you got to visit. There's a lot going on. How do you organize all that?
I think he's got something. I think it's a great idea,
Mark.
I think it could be applicable for anybody too.
Absolutely.
be
No, it
honest.
can be. I mean, even just being a worshipful, that takes a lot.
Oh, these Masonic skills
So-
are all interchangeable.
Oh,
Just last
Who are we
week, the
kidding?
Shrine.
the secretaries
just
run
had
the
a
run the
whole,
show, man.
The Shrine just had a whole like a podcast, not necessarily a podcast. It was like a pod show. You got to kind of like log in to watch it, and they were teaching all these different skills. I forget what it was called. It was like a training session. It was like a leadership seminar training session, and I was like, all of these skills can translate to literally every Masonic body, and I was like, this is like gold.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
Mark,
we have
I
something
was
similar
going to
called
say,
Roadmap to the East here.
You put it together like a cooking recipe. You start with A1, A2. You put that together, let it simmer, do
Yep.
whatever it's going to do, and then you move on to the next thing. I mean, that's right up your alley with cooking.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, it's more baking. Kind of a little bit of both. I mean, I love to cook, so obviously, mine's more of just like, let me just kind of go with whatever looks good, feels good, and then whatever my ancestors say, stop, don't add more.
I was gonna say, Mark just
So-
seasons with his ancestors, saying, "Hey, you're not put enough yet."
Yeah, seriously, more garlic. We need more garlic.
So, Frank, where do your Masonic and grotto travels lead you? Like, where all over the country if you travel,
Oh, come
or
on,
just
you
all
kidding
over
me?
the
I've been
state?
everywhere, man.
Let's hear about it.
Where do you want me to start? I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere. I love
Wherever
it.
you like. I want to hear about it.
We've been everywhere, man. We've been everywhere. We've been to Worthington. We've been to like
New Orleans.
New Orleans, Florida. We've been like Massachusetts, Connecticut, all over New Jersey. Where else? Maryland. Come on, all over Pennsylvania. Ohio, obviously, all of Ohio, a couple different places in Ohio.
There you go.
Okay. So, which is lead me to my next
Pennsylvania.
question. Do you think those travels would be the same without Freemasonry?
No, of course not.
No,
That's
half of
the
them wouldn't
experience I
happen.
want to hear. That's the experience I want to hear to share.
No, I wouldn't be nearly as cool, man. Come on, I wouldn't have like Like I'm not a fun guy if I don't have my Masonic. Look, without my fez, look, Cook. I'm just a regular guy. Look at me. I'm just a regular guy. Now you put the fez on. Now it's a party. You see what I'm saying? Like this is Frank Sforza. This is the party.
love it.
Now you got like a. Without Freemasonry, I'm just a regular guy. You know, like I have all this fun knowledge. You know, all this great things to talk about, and a fraternity and a party. You know, like without Freemasonry, I'm just an old wrestler. I'm punchy. You know, I'm half deaf.
What does it mean to you when grottos call you and say, "Hey, I need you to help install our grotto"?
Oh, I love that, bro. I love it. I love it. I feel like I feel wanted. I feel needed. I feel like a sense of pride in that. You know, I got to install 3 grottos so far this year, and it should have been 5. I messed up. I shouldn't say I messed up. Winter, you know, the winter's rough. Like going
Winter,
from
yeah.
Long Island to Buffalo, going from Long Island to Rochester with the snow, just sometimes doesn't work out. But I almost installed 5 grottos this year. It was supposed to be, but I got 3.
Not bad. Mark, you've only installed 1 grotto?
No, 3. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I can remember now.
No,
Illini was my first, and then Chicago Grotto Weekend, Maru, and then Alibad.
I was
So
so
5.
jealous of you guys had being like right there. This everything being in Chicago last week. That's awesome. I should have went up.
oh, with the Grandmaster Conference Grandmasters.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys meet my Grandmaster Steve? Steve Rubin?
Maybe Texas Marty did.
Oh,
But I mean, I
Brock
saw
may
all of them.
have.
he's like the
Brock
president
is
of the
Brock
there.
may have as well,
organization,
too.
and he's like the Grandmaster in New York. Steve Rubin.
No.
You don't
Actually, I
know
think I did. Yeah, I did. I
We
actually
gave
saw
him
him speak
we
as
gave
well
him a
too.
live grotto, gave him a fez a few years back. He's a great guy.
Oh,
really,
nice.
really good guy.
Nice. Yeah, we actually that conference was gold for Grotto. Basically, like we laid some inroads to open more new
Let's
grottos,
go.
get some grotto tables. Like I guess like Pennsylvania has like a very like tight restrictions on what they can do during their Grand Lodge, but we worked it out to get a table out there. And yeah, so I mean, like we really laid some inroads to open up
Show him the
Grotto
sword.
more.
Yeah. Unsheath your sword, Mark.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, it was good. It was good. And the one thing actually, Wes, I'll send it to you, is during the presentation when Marty talked about Grotto and just like what we did and how special we are. We actually stood up in front of the podium where we were actually all within our green jackets and our fezzes. So it was like a very striking, thing to see. You know, the Grand Line officers just supporting being there and being supportive of the grotto.
I
Okay.
hope everybody recognizes me in the green jacket.
Oh yeah, you look just like all your Facebook posts.
I
So I
guess.
recognize you right away.
Hope they recognize me.
So would you consider yourself an influencer for Freemasonry or
It's funny.
Grotto or?
Maybe. That's funny. I never said that, but no, that's cool. Maybe an
It's
influencer.
like, hey,
a
do you know
grotto
who I
influencer?
am? I don't
I'm a
pay
Masonic
here.
influencer. I like that. I'm a Masonic influencer. I have not used that term, but I do like that.
Well, we're having an episode come out tomorrow or whenever
Masonic
this comes
influencers.
out. And I asked the guys from Time for Fellowship, do you feel like, I guess they're an influencer, and in a way, I guess we are.
No, I think you are. I think you certainly are. Any podcasters are. Masonic podcasters.
Just trying to get the word of Freemasonry out. Hey, we're having a good time. Check this out. You might like it as well.
You're the Masons in the international public eye.
So, well, I
In
don't know about
a way,
us,
guys
but
like me, like who are on Facebook and have like, or who are on the various social platforms on a public scale that has like a lot of followers or whatever. Like we're the same thing. We're that public face of Freemasonry.
He's got a point, Wes. We are really big in the Pacific Southwest.
Oh yeah.
Where was it? The Uganda,
Fiji? Was it Fiji? I think it was Fiji.
Oceania.
Yeah. that's where it was. So yeah.
I'm sure you'll get a bunch of New York fans from having me on sooner or later.
Yeah. It would be great.
We're still growing. And it's beautiful to see that we're still getting new subs.
Yeah, we are. It's things
we're up to what, like 1,000 on YouTube?
Something like that.
No, we're at Well, as of this recording, 1810.
Wow.
Which, if you think about it, that's like a fifth of the Grotto.
I'm a little jealous of you guys, honestly. I love the idea of podcasting. I wish I was like more fun. I would run out of things to say.
Hey,
No, you
that's
wouldn't.
that's no,
No, you
wouldn't.
wouldn't.
No.
You think you would, but you really don't.
One of the videos that we did that's actually still in the hopper is things we found on Reddit.
Oh,
Like
Red Shirt Reddit.
Freemasonry posts.
Yeah, we're gonna be coming out with the Reddit files.
Don't do me.
Oh no, we already did. We already talked about you.
Frank Sforza.
The Reddit files.
Takes out the sword on Reddit.
We're also, I'm going to be putting together, if you're interested, if you want to do podcasting, because I know, again, I don't expect everyone on the show to, no, not that one. I don't expect everyone to do it, but if you're interested in doing Masonic video reviews, I'll send you links.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. You said Sundays are good for you, right?
Yeah, I would love to do that. That'd be great. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm getting a bunch of guys together from other podcasts, getting their ideas. Like, hey, I'm gonna throw this on and let's get pissed off and drink, yell at these guys.
I'm willing to speak my mind. And sometimes, some guys like it, some guys don't.
No, whatever.
As
long
as you're not on the podcast called Milk and Cigarettes, you're fine.
Yeah, we talked about that.
That one I haven't heard.
No, well, we joked about it on the last one. What was the Road Prophets?
The Carcast. The Carcast.
Yeah, the last
Road Prophets.
Yeah, the Road Prophets. Just talking about whatever we want, and just call it Milk and Cigarettes.
Okay.
It's something where we like talk about whatever, but not Masonic related.
Yeah, it can't be. It can't be because our mouths are just. I don't want to deal with any of the blowback from that.
I don't know. Road Prophets was a good episode. I enjoyed that one.
It was fun. Gonna have to get somebody else to pick everyone up so we can go drinking and driving.
I love that.
We did not drink and drive. Okay, we pulled over first.
I said so we can. I didn't say so we can do it again.
I was drinking lemonade. What did you think was in that lemonade?
Selective wording. Selective wording.
All right, so Frank, let's hear your elevator speech for a brother who's not a prophet that you want to sell Grotto to.
Okay, brother is not a prophet, and I want to sell him Grotto. Okay. Well, I would start off by explaining to him about what Grotto is. So Grotto is a social order where we put fun and fellowship first. And I tell them about our charity. I say, our charity is the Humanitarian Foundation, where we provide dental work for children with special needs. It's sort of like a gap insurance. Sometimes your insurance won't cover certain procedures where insurance simply won't cover it. Sort of like a sedation or anything that might just not be covered. The Grottoes International Humanitarian Foundation steps in and picks up the check on that. It's just a wonderful organization. We support them through the sale of enchanted lanterns. They're $50, and that's our charity. But we're different than other organizations. We're a fraternity that has charity. We are fun and fellowship. Grottoes International is Grotto, Mystic Order, Veil, Prophecy of the Enchanted Realm. This is an organization based on fun and fellowship. We're going to get together and we're going to have a good time. This is a place where you can go, be with your brothers, and we're going to be called prophets. We're going to be with friends and family. And when we have our events, you could bring your wife, you could bring your kids, you could be amongst people who are like-minded, and we can enjoy each other's company. We go away twice a year for associations that your Grotto is going to be a part of. And you go away once a year with your family, with your wife, to a Supreme Council session. One's a week long, one's a long weekend. You can go, or you could not go. You're not forced to go. You could join the line. You could stay at Red Tassel. Grotto's a body where it's just we're there to make sure that we're taking care of our people and we're just having fun with each other and just enjoying each other's company. We are a place where we are a family. I know I probably went over 30 seconds, but that's I try to passionately speak about Grotto as best I can.
There was a Masonic 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's enough time to pass the green beans, okay?
Yeah. I got a couple more questions, but Eric, Mark, do you have anything?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
actually
No,
gonna be
let's-
heading out here.
Talk to me. I barely talk to you guys.
Unfortunately, got to celebrate the mother-in-law's birthday.
Yeah, I know, and that's all right. So, real quick, couple fun questions. Your go-to drink. What are you drinking at anything you go to?
Oh, when I go to like a Masonic lodge, I'll get like either like whatever whiskey is on the bar, like a bourbon, like either a bourbon straight or bourbon, a couple ice cubes. I've been kind of staying away from liquor, but sometimes I'll get like a rum and coke. Like if they have like a spiced rum, I like a spiced rum. Um, I'll drink like a beer here and there. It depends on what I want. Like all of a sudden I've been liking these all American beers because of the Hulk Hogan thing. That was kind of like my I started drinking that beer. So I really like I had like a Hulk Hogan was like my guy in the
Those are
80s,
really good though. Those are actually really good though.
Yeah, it's tasty beer. It reminds me a lot of the PBR. Anyway, besides beer, sometimes I like those spiked seltzers. Those are fun. Those alcoholic seltzers, sometimes made with vodka, sometimes made with tequila.
Crushable.
I forget what they're called.
You like crushables?
Is that what they're called? Crushables? Yeah, my
anything
wife
you could
buys them.
crush,
They're
man.
tasty.
Anything you could crush down.
Sometimes they're like raspberry flavored. Those are kind of tasty. Sometimes in the summer I like those. But yeah, it depends on kind of the mood I'm in, I suppose. But in the hospitality room, you can't be getting too crazy. So,
All right. So speaking of hospitality rooms, what do you expect or hope to see in everybody's hospitality room?
The perfect hospitality room is a place where there's plenty of like space for people to kind of like enjoy each other's company. You want to have a space for the elder folks to be able to sit and relax. You want to have a space for the younger folks to be able to get fresh air and socialize. You want to have like, some fresh air in the room. You want to have plenty of drink, plenty of food. That's it. Fun and fellowship. Something to entertain people. Someone funny. Someone to keep the energy up.
So what you're saying is anything with Wes Reuter involved?
Yeah, Wes is a good guy.
Yeah, I got a lot
Marty
of
too.
Marty's got a ton more than I do. All right.
Yeah, Party Marty.
Yeah, he's Party Marty.
So once again, on the hospitality aspect, what can we expect from New York hospitality when it comes to Niagara Falls?
Hot dogs and hamburgers, and maybe some like we'll probably just do like some bunch of New York like basic type stuff, man. We'll bring
No
some
buffalo
pizza.
wings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that kind of stuff. Honestly, it'll be like a New York flavored type thing, like Frank Sinatra-esque, that kind of stuff. We're gonna go like New
martinis.
York, like classic New York kind of things.
Martinis.
I like it.
That's I can't really give you like all the details because like everything is kind of like
fine.
ideas up in the air, so it's still 2 years away. But it'll be all based around like New York, that kind of thing.
Nice.
I've never been. I want to go.
I was in Cooperstown, and I was in, you'll probably guess why. I was in Palmyra, New York.
I can't guess why.
Palmyra.
Yeah. More to do with the Mormon church. I went up there. I went up there because Joseph Smith's house is up there, what they call the Sacred Grove, Hill Cumorah, and there's a temple there. I went and seen all that. I drove. I can't remember where I was at. My wife at the time, her sister was living in not Birmingham, or somewhere in New York. We're probably about a couple hours away from the city. Can't remember where, but it was a 3-hour drive to.
It's the way that New York is shaped, like the way, like because of the way it is.
Yep.
Like I'm all the way at that base, and then New York just kind of like goes up and out, and so everything
You're at the
is
tip
like
of the
that.
funnel, man.
Yeah, everything is like that.
Yeah, so it was a wild ride driving through New York from Chicago and then all the way up from where we're at to Palmyra and back. That was that was wild.
Well, boys, I got to punch out.
Yes. So wait. Shout out and shouts out.
Shout out.
Oh, yep. Shout out.
That's the last question. So
I know mine.
Eric?
I know mine. I'm shouting out to all of the secretaries of the Blue Lodge. They run the show and they get everything done. And without them, the lodge would not function as great.
Amen.
So, to the secretaries of the lodge.
To the secretaries.
To the secretaries.
Mark?
Shout out to actually, since this was last week or whenever.
I don't know why I chose Goldschlager. Oh.
Yeah, what is wrong with you? Everything. Everything's wrong.
I'm an adult.
Anyways, no. Shout out to all the Grandmasters and everybody that came out last week to Chicago. It was a fun. It was a fun event. Special shout out to Ricardo Ruiz, who's a local Illinois Mason. He worked his butt off. He was a volunteer there, and we had lanyards, and there's just pins of him getting Grandmasters pins, and like a medallion from the Grandmaster of Fiji. So, shout out to Ricardo for hustling.
Yeah, hustling, not hustling him,
Hustling. Yeah.
I'll give mine, and then we'll save the best for last for Frank. Shout out to Time for Fellowship. They were kicking some podcast ass, doing things really well at the Conference of Grandmasters. I know Brock will be on maybe one of the episodes or not. We'll see.
I'll be on it as well too.
And great, and shout out to you for that too, and to Raven Lodge for another successful chili cook-off on February 15th.
My turn.
Frank. Yep.
And finally, Frank the Tank.
Shout out to the Masonic widows everywhere dispersed. May you be taken care of. To Mrs. Kibowitz, I miss you.
To our ladies.
Excellent. All right, everyone, that's our show.
It didn't want to go down.
Well,
don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah, you gotta select good liquor to drink.
Hey, last episode it was. What was I drinking? Oh, absinthe. Yeah, that's great.
Oh, man, it is good. That is
What's
good.
wrong with you?
So again, please comment, like, and subscribe, share, let everyone know about the show, and thank you for watching. We greatly appreciate it, and we will be back with more.